Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Bold Trail Training. My name is Janera Copeland. I am the office manager for Tracy Foster with Maxim One. And this video is going to be on how to create landing and squeeze pages. So let's get started. So this is the landing page. So when you start it, you're going to need a picture of the listing and its information for the marketing. So when you start and how to access the landing pages, you'll go to the lead engine, which is on the left-hand side of the navigation menu, and you will click on the landing page section and you'll click the domain that you want to do, or you'll click start new domain or create new domain, because if you don't have anything, then it won't show anything on there. So you have different types of the landing pages. You have the lead generation, the video view, the video plus lead, content hijack, text lead, address capture, and Facebook chat. So the lead generation is like your standard. It's pretty much just like you put your email in, the phone number, and that's it. Once they submit this information, the lead will be sent to a squeeze page of your choice, and it just that information will be sent there. But you only get information for the new leads when you do lead generation. This is not for existing leads. This has to be new ones, and this is also connected to a hashtag or a specific listing. When you do the video view, this gives you an opportunity to add a video. So if you've done a drone video or a walkthrough video, this gives the leads an opportunity to see the property without having to actually be there. This is great for people who are buying a house in a different area, they live in a different state, and they just can't come and see it. This is a great opportunity to show your leads that you care about making this as accessible as possible. You'll link a URL to it, and then it'll automatically show that video on the page. But the leads do have the option to skip the video if they just don't want to watch it. It'll have like an orange button there that'll say skip video, and it'll just take them straight to entering their information. Now, this is where you can combine the lead generation and the video, and you'll have both functionalities on it where they can see the video and put in their information. But this requires you to have a hashtag for the specific property, and you will need to make sure you get their phone number. It is required for this to be able to work. Now, the content hijack is my least favorite. This is basically where you perform this marketing tactic where you will promote that this is what the client wants, but then when they click on it, they actually get like what you want, or you offer them something else. So you'll have two different URL links. You'll have one for the thing like you want versus like what they want. But they do have the option to like say, no, take me to what I want to. I just feel that this isn't a great first impression of you, especially if you haven't met the client yet. This isn't great. But if it's a great representation of your personality, you like this, then to go for it. You do whatever you think is going to work best. I just prefer if you don't use this one. Now you have the text lead, which is really for your phone, mobile use. You'll create a custom text code. When they go to this landing page, they'll text that code to whatever number, and then you'll be able to start sending them text messages automatically that you can set up using your smart campaigns, and you'll be able to communicate with them via text. Now, the address capture is really an opportunity to promote a sale page for a specific hashtag. So this is like if you're trying to, sell a specific listing and promote it, this is the perfect way to do this because you can customize with the image, hashtag, text, and so many more amenities. Now, your Facebook chat is just what it sounds like. It's connected to your Facebook. So once they connect there, you can text them through Facebook Messenger. If you don't feel comfortable with them having your personal number, just make sure that your Facebook button actually works and it does connect to it. So when you go to connect and customize your landing page, everything is from left to right. So you have your landing type, the submit button, the URL for when they finish it, the hashtag, and the background. If you do decide to add a picture, just make sure you have the correct copyrights for it to cover yourself. We don't want you getting in any trouble. So just make sure you know how the copyright laws work. And if you do have access to a picture and it is your own picture, just make sure you can prove that it's yours. Now, to see the landing page history, you'll have to go back to your lead engine and click past landing pages. This will show the record of when it was created, the type of landing page, the hashtag that's connected to it, and the amount of views you've gotten. Just know that you cannot edit or delete these pages. So make sure you can make them the way that you want to. When you upload these custom images, you can do it directly from your computer. You can do it directly from the MLS, or you can do it from using a URL link. Just make sure that you have the proper copyright laws when you do it. And you can also double check this. You can run a test run. So say you set it up and then you give it to a friend or a family member, you want them to try it just so you can make sure it works. I would suggest that you do that because remember, you cannot edit it or delete it once it is published. And that is it for creating your landing pages. Now your squeeze page is just a little bit different. So you'll need your listing IDs for your properties. And the squeeze page, then what makes them different is you're able to have have multiple properties on this and people can see the multiple properties, but you can also see how many people have visited this specific page and how they're interacting with it and engaging with it. So when you go to create a squeeze page, you need to go to your lead engine, you'll go to IDX squeeze page, you'll create a new one or, look at a past one and you just make sure that you click the right one. So that way, you're looking at the correct information and it's, not for another agent or yourself. So when you go to create a single property page, this little page configuration will come up and this comes up for the single and the multi-property. So I just want to make that very clear. The same thing that you see here, you will see it again when you do the multi-property. So you have to be able to put in the source, the identifier of it. If there is a link to it, put that there, the name, the hashtag. You'll need to put your property views, make sure you have the actual MLS ID for the listing just to make it easier for you. But I will say when you're setting up the property views, try to set it at a number that requires them to look at it because if you don't, then it won't generate anything for you. I would say your number is two. That's just the default. Just stick with that, especially if you're doing like 5 properties, just stick with 2. It's just the easier number to stay with. Now, when you generate your link, you have 2 options. You have the direct and the short link. I would suggest using the short link. It's shorter, it's abbreviated. You still get the same exact results, and it's more beneficial when you're using it text or unlimited character spaces instead of using a direct link that's like this long drawn out. So just be mindful of how you decide to do this. And like I said, the multi-property squeeze page, quite literally the only difference is you'll be able to put multiple properties. You can either draw like a line or a circle around a specific area, and they'll be able to see that information, or you can just type in the MLS IDs for them. And you'll follow the exact same steps for the configuration, which is the source, the anchor, the name, the listing ID, the hashtags, the property views. Everything is literally the same. Now you have your seller squeeze page, which this is just a lead funnel. It's just an advertising campaign that will help your landing pages, but you can also customize the title for it so it has the correct leads of who you're looking for. So just be very intentional about how you create your seller squeeze page, because this is something that you're trying to advertise and sell, not so much just have people click on it. And then once you get that, you can also create a market report for the squeeze pages. So this page allows for new leads to land on the market report and they can subscribe to it and get future reports. So if they're looking for the market on a specific house or this one, this is really good information to give to your leads, because then it shows them that you care, and it takes a little bit of manual work off of you because it automatically is sent to them. And then you can also view your squeeze page history. It's the same thing as the landing pages. So you'll go back to the lead engine, back to the squeeze page part, you'll click on start building and it'll show you the date it was created, the type of squeeze page it is, the area, the MLS ID, and the hashtag. And that's it. You are done. And it seems like it's a lot, but I promise this really does help you when you are trying to get started with everything. So if you have any questions, just leave them down below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.